Hi, my name is Raman Sabur, and I'm the co-founder of RealtyNinja. Thanks for joining me today on this demo webinar. RealtyNinja is a website platform for Canadian real estate agents, teams, and brokerages. We've been in business for over 15 years, and we have created over 10,000 websites with the platform. So before we dive in, ask yourself, do you even need your own real estate website? I mean, you already have a profile on realtor.ca, REW, and your brokerage site, social media, and so on. We think you do, and here's why. So we think that your website is your digital home on the internet. You have full control over the way it looks and feels and the messaging. You also own the leads, so you don't share leads. There's no funny redirection going on. Every lead is your own. You can also show up in search results for more than just your name. So this could be local search terms or any other content that you've added to your site. Also, by not having your website as part of your brokerage, you can switch brokerages in the future without losing your online presence. Also, go look up most serious agents in your market and you'll see that they have a wonderful website. It builds trust and shows that you mean business and you're not just in it part-time. You can also run ads that send people back to your website, whether it's landing pages or otherwise. Essentially, everything you're doing on the internet should be directing people back to your website. It also allows you to tell your story so you can share your personality, your expertise, demonstrate your results. All of this builds credibility and trust, which is more important now than ever. And you can integrate all of the tools like your CRMs that you're using. This webinar is going to be broken into 4 parts. The first part is going to look at your options when you're building a real estate website. Part 2 will give you a demo of the actual website running on the RealtyNinja platform. Part 3 will look at how to sign up and create your own RealtyNinja site. And part 4 will show you how to edit that website. Please note that this is an automated webinar recording. However, there is a live ninja here to answer any questions you have. So please use the chat below at any time during the webinar, and somebody here will be able to help you live. So there's 4 routes you can take when you want to create your real estate website in Canada. Let's take a quick look at each one. Option 1, you can build it yourself from scratch. So this is your, agent that learned to code, or maybe you came from a marketing or development background. This is going to cost mostly your time. And if you know how to do it. So you can devote months to designing your website and then invest in MLS data, figure out how to get it online, and then keep it up to date with the millions of changes that happen on the web and the MLS data and online security. So the typical costs are going to be like your data fees, hosting fees, etc., but mostly your time. Option 2, this is where you can use a generic website builder like Wix or Squarespace or WordPress, and typically you'll spend hours just trying to figure out this complex interface that's really designed for a broad range of businesses and websites, so like e-commerce and restaurants. But even if you find a theme that looks good for real estate, it's not going to be tied into the MLS data that you need. And so you'll have to go find a third-party plugin for that, pay for that separately, and just try to make it all work. Tons of time wasted, lots of fees, 2 fees. So you're going to pay for the website and hosting, and then you will pay for that MLS plugin separately. Option 3, this is where 99% of people that take this option don't need to, because most real estate websites have the same kind of underlying technology. It's just a matter of changing the content and the design and the interface, which you don't really need a custom design agency for. So this is somebody that's trying to reinvent the wheel. This is the most expensive option. So you have to find an agency that has experience in real estate, get the data access from your real estate board, and then spend months in the dark going back and forth on design and development before the site is even live at your domain. And then you have to stay on top of every new feature and idea and MLS data change, web technology change. and then, call them up and then get them to quote on it, pay the big fees up front, and then wait for it to be implemented. And so there's massive costs for design agency work. Every new feature and support request is billed, not to mention those ongoing data fees for the MLS data. Option 4, use RealtyNinja. So this is for the agent just wants to have peace. So they value their time, money, and peace. Our whole thing is that we try to keep this as simple as possible. You didn't get into real estate to build a website. We want you out there focusing on what you do best, meeting with clients, just building those relationships and not stuck behind a computer. So the sign-up process takes less than a minute. We don't ask for your credit card up front. Once you sign up, you fill in a few plain English questionnaires. They just ask you about the content and pages and look and feel of your site in really simple terms. And then you just sit back and our ninjas will professionally set up your new website, migrate content from your old site, and we'll do this in days, not weeks. If you like what we've created, then you can decide to launch it, and that's when you would pay for it. So all of this is, we call it the unlimited free trial. And so only if you're satisfied with it, you can decide to move forward. If not, you can just walk away and you didn't lose anything. Optionally, you can order a professional design as well for a really affordable price, and I'll show you some of that stuff as we go on. In terms of cost, there's that unlimited free trial, so nothing there. Optional design services if you want them. And really the main cost is that website subscription, and it includes absolutely everything we offer. So all the features that you need and a team of ninjas at your back for $89 a month or $928 a year, which is 13% off. There's no setup fee. You pay when you launch and you can cancel anytime. The only other kind of fee here is some real estate boards in Canada charge a data access fee that we pass down, but that's typically under $10 a month. There's a million features here. I won't go into each one, but just know that we keep things really easy for you to manage. It's built from the ground up for real estate agents. So it's not for marketers and developers and super techie people. Everything is visual. You can drag and drop. There's widgets, customizable layouts and designs. All the lead capture is there that you would expect for a real estate site. So buyers can go create accounts and save their searches and get daily email alerts. You'll get the leads, listing inquiries, buyer forms, seller forms, user registration, you name it. There's also a ton of functionality that you would expect in a modern website platform. So blogging and a million options. If you are working with a developer or like a marketing agency, they can also go in and do all kinds of stuff like custom development or more advanced things in the back end, but you definitely don't have to. Under the hood, everything is built with Google Search Essentials in mind. So our team has researched how to get these sites built in a way that Google's happy with them, that they can be indexed, that they're secure, that the images and the hosting and everything is delivered in the fastest, most efficient way possible. So we take care of all that stuff behind the scenes. That's our job. And so I won't go through that huge advanced technology list, but you can see it. And you can tie in with your CRM and social media, etc. And it's got all the realtor features that you would expect. So, imported listings, automatic, MLS searches. There's no limits on this stuff too. And we try to automate as much as possible in terms of your virtual tours coming in and video tours and all that kind of stuff. And so we'll dive into some of those features in a minute here during the demo in part 3. And it's also really good for teams, offices, and brokerages with smart lead routing and agent bios and all that kind of stuff. And I would say the most important thing on this list is that we're committed to your success. So we're not just a software company. We're human beings, and we're here to help you get through this stuff. We understand the position you're in, and we want to make this as simple and streamlined as possible for you. So we're available on live chat, phone, email. There's webinars and videos and documentation, all kinds of stuff that we want to invest in your success. And then it's continuously being updated. So that's the beauty of being on a platform, is that it's our job to figure out what the industry needs, what your clients are asking for. Technology changes on the web, when mobile was a thing and then SSL security became important. It's our job to jump on top of those things, implement them, and bake them right into the system so that they're part of your subscription. Let's take a few minutes to look at the front end of a RealtyNinja website. For this demo, I'm going to use the Kaizen theme, which is one of our semi-custom designs. On this theme, we have a big, beautiful heading area on the home page. This is all customizable, and we have another demo of that. But one of the things you'll notice on this theme is that the design goes edge to edge. And actually, all of our themes are fully mobile optimized. So automatically, they adapt to fit whatever size screen they're being displayed on. So whether that's a little phone, all the way up to this big monitor that I'm on. The pages are composed of different widgets. So in this case, there's a listing slider widget. So think of these as Lego blocks. Like this would be a content widget. You would fully be able to move these up or down, change their options and content with really simple options in the back end. This particular demo is meant to be a real estate agent that focuses on certain areas in Vancouver. And so we just put that together so you can get a sense of how it looks. Let's click into the navigation menu and head over to the listings page. So here I have all the active listings for the agent. These would automatically load into the site and stay up to date with any changes from the MLS. Listings can be shown in grid, list, table, or map view, and the user can switch between them really easily, as well as change the sorting options. When you click into a listing, the photos show in a large format, beautiful view, and the user can scroll through them there, or they can view them in a large gallery like that. We show all the most basic information at a high level first, but we also show this request more info or request a showing call to action. As a real estate agent, you want to display the listings on your site, but you also want people to inquire when they have more questions about it. So if I were to click that, it would just scroll me down to the form, which is at the bottom of that page. And then the user could fill in their information, request a showing date and time, and that lead would get captured and sent to you or your CRM. All the other information that the buyer would be interested in is here. So virtual tours, mortgage calculator, etc. Any video tours, Matterport 3D tours, stuff like that would automatically embed and just get pulled in from the MLS data. We also show the map and street views, as well as walk scores and amenities nearby. This particular site is a VOW enabled account, so it has additional functionality. For example, buyers could create a free account and log into that account to view additional details on every listing on the MLS. Let's head over and I'll show you the default MLS search. The search is super simple, and basically the user would start by choosing an area. So let's say I'm interested in Burnaby South. Immediately the results start to pile in without having to submit and wait for the page to load. I can then drill down to particular property types, price ranges, year built, and other variables that would show me the information that I'm interested in. All the listing data, once you click in, would follow that same beautiful format. There's also this call to action here on every MLS search that allows users to create a free account, and by registering, they would see more listing information, as well as get email alerts whenever new listings come on the market matching their criteria. So they could get those hourly or daily, You as the website owner would also get the lead that's captured. So you would find out who the person is that registered for an account and what they are looking for specifically. For this demo, there's also a series of neighborhood pages that we've created that you can create as well that pre-populate some of these fields. So in this case, it's a Yaletown page. You could have it be Yaletown condos, or really any area, sub-area, or property type, or anything that you focus on as a real estate agent. Also, because this website has VOW functionality, the buyer is able to search for previous solds dating back 2 years as well. Every single one of our sites comes with basic forms that you would expect as well. For example, buying forms, general contact forms, and selling forms. Also, there's a really simple to use blogging system, which is great for market updates or other timely content. And yeah, this is just a quick demo of one of the websites that I pulled up just to show you some high-level functionality. There's a lot more I can show you, but I'll save that for later. Let me show you how to sign up and create your own RealtyNinja website. Simply go to RealtyNinja.com and then click Start Unlimited Free Trial. Type in your name. I'm just going to fill in some filler. Then click Next Step and choose your real estate board. For this demo, I'm going to choose somebody from Greater Vancouver. Fill in your brokerage and create a password. Click Start My Unlimited Free Trial and watch as the system automatically starts creating your default website, and it'll even connect to the real estate board and grab any active listings that you have at the moment.
Hi, thanks so much for signing up.
You'll be taken to your brand new website in the default state with a welcome video that you can watch and then close. And then you can take a few minutes to just look at the default site that it created for you. It's already got your active listings, a few widgets, and a bit of content to get you started. When you're ready, you just click Start Free Setup in the top right corner, and then you're taken to our simple onboarding screen. This will be emailed to you, so you can come back here at any time, and you can just follow the 4-step process presented to you. If at any time you want assistance, you can book a call with our ninjas right here and choose a time that's suitable for you, and we can walk you through this whole process. But if you have a few minutes, you can do it yourself, and it's super easy. I'll show you how it works. Click Start Free Setup and then tell us if it's a website for an individual agent, a team, or otherwise. For this demo, let's say it's individual. You would fill in some basic contact information. Click Next. Here you could upload your logo file in various formats, headshot photos, and your brokerage logo. You can also give us a bit of comments regarding these files, and this is just so our team can set up a few basic pages for you and make sure that they're all formatted correctly. On the next page, you can tell us if you have an existing website or not. If you click yes, we'll ask for that website, and then we'll show you options that allow us to migrate content from those pages to your new website for free. For this demo, I'm going to pretend that I don't have an old website, and it's going to present me with a list of default pages that come with the site. Let's say I'm happy with everything except for the blog. Let's say I don't want to launch with the blog for now. I can go in and tweak these things and make little adjustments right here. We also set up additional pages as part of the onboarding, so you can choose to do that, say yes or no, and then you can give us additional pages. It's all really straightforward. Also, you might have documents that contain content that you want us to add. You can upload them here and submit them with your form. So once you're happy with that, just click submit, and that's it. We'll take care of it from there. We'll email you directly as soon as your new website is ready to be looked at, and then you can decide if you want to continue with it. If you don't like it, you can walk away, or if you want to order a design, or however you feel in terms of changes. Once you're ready, let's go to step 2. This is where we talk about anything to do with the design. So think of setup as pages and content, theme on step 2 in terms of all about how the website looks. So we have a standard theme that has a bunch of options. This is great for somebody who just wants something really nice out of the box, maybe doesn't want to invest in any design services at the moment. You could just go that route. We have a bunch of different layouts and options that you can choose from, and you can continue and then choose a few banners and whatnot. I will go back to the main theme step and show you the professional design services now. So on the professional side, we have 2 options. There's the semi-customized design service and then a fully customized design service. On the semi side, essentially we can start with a pre-made design from a collection, and then our design team can spend some time customizing it to match your specific brand or look and business objectives. And so this is a really great, affordable way to get a beautiful customized website without reinventing the wheel. So let's have a quick look at that. There's a few demos here that you can scroll through and read this on your own time. And if you want to check them out, you just click View Interactive Demo here. But just to keep this video as short as possible, I won't dive into these. They're also on RealtyNinja.com. If you go to our website, then click Services, Website Design, you'll see all about these options here. So there's the semi-custom, and you can demo them on your own time as well. But let's say I want to go back and choose something more custom. There's also the fully customized design service here. This is a little bit more expensive, but it really unlocks a lot of creativity and freedom. And this is where we can make your vision come to life. So whichever option you choose on the professional side, there will be an order form that allows you to send our design team all the information and files that we need to make something truly spectacular for you. So for example, here we ask if you already have branding, such as logos, colors, and fonts that you'd like us to use. Let's say yes, we ask you to describe it and send us files. If you had said no, we ask you a few questions that help us explore what you're looking for in terms of design, what sets your business apart, etc. So you could take a few minutes to fill that out. And then we ask about your website goals. So what is the target audience? What is the main purpose and goals? Other websites you like, or any colors or brands that you like, and then custom notes around the design. We also offer a interest-free payment plan, which allows you to split the payment over 6 months. And also we can follow up with you by email or phone. So I won't fill this in. You can take your time here, but as you can see, it's really simple, plain English questions. When you're ready, you hit submit. You would go to step 3, which is all about the domain and email that is associated with your website. So here we ask if you've already purchased a domain name that you'd like to use. So you can say no, not yet, or yes. If you say yes, we ask you about it. We ask you a few questions about the technical setup. If you have email accounts, if you'd like us to create email accounts using Google's Workspace, etc. So this kind of securely asks you for details around email and domain so that when we go to launch your website, it's done in a professional, proper way that doesn't break your existing email service or anything like that. And then we take it to step 4. So step 4 is once you're happy with your new website and you're ready to go live on the internet, you would click Launch My Site, choose a payment plan, and then begin your subscription. And so this is only if you're happy with the site. So you'll notice that during the sign up process, during the onboarding so far, we have not asked for a credit card. And that's our commitment to our customers, to show you guys that we're really confident in what we can build you. And so you'll be working with us by email at this point, up to, a business week kind of thing. And you'll correspond with our team, whether it's for setup or design. And then only when you're truly in love with the site and you want it to go live at your domain name, you would come back here, hit launch, and then launch my site. Now let's see how easy it is to edit your RealtyNinja site. To make changes to your site, simply log into it. Go to the address bar and add a /login, and then log in with your email and password. Once logged in, click Edit My Site on the top left corner of your screen. Editing a page is really simple. You just navigate your way to it, and then you click Edit this page. All the editable regions on the page will highlight in yellow. You can make changes just simply by typing on the page like you would a Word document or an email. That's it. No code necessary if you don't want to. Let's say I want to add a few other widgets to this page. I can show you how that works. So as you see, as I'm mousing over these different sections, they're highlighting. These are the widgets that this page is composed of. I can easily move them up or down using these arrows. I can also change the widget options by clicking that little icon. And each widget, depending on what it is, will have its own options. I can also delete a widget, and then I can add a widget by clicking this, Page Layout and Widgets. I'll be presented with a list of all the available widgets that I can add to the page, and then this is what the current page is composed of. So let's say I want a 2-column content widget. I can just drag that in and hit save. And then when I go to edit the page, I'll see that there. So I'll just quickly upload an image from my computer. And then I can go in and add my text or links or whatever I need to do there, and then just simply save the page. I'll show you another demo of how to create a niche MLS search page. So we have the basic MLS search, which is general, covers everything on the real estate board. But let's say I want a page that just shows condos in North Vancouver. I would go to Manage Pages, and I'm presented with a list of pages that exist on the site. So I'll go ahead and create a new page and give it a name, North Van Condos. The page type, think of this as a shortcut. It's just an MLS search page. Just saves me a step of having to add that widget. There's my new page. I can just drag it to where I'd like it to appear and then click Done. So now if I go to that new page, North Van Condos, I can just edit that widget and make it legitimately about North Vancouver condos. So I choose North Van there, and then the property type is condo. I have a ton more options that I can play with here, but just to keep this demo simple, I'll just apply that. And that's it. And really, like in 1 minute there, I just showed you how to create a very basic content page and a niche MLS search page. But there is a lot more functionality if you did want to dive in. In the Manage Pages lightbox, you can hide a page, delete a page, access its widget options, clone it, all kinds of things there. And then pages also have options such as the URL can be changed, and advanced options like custom meta titles and stuff that is really important for SEO. Next, we'll head over to the Listings tab. This is where all of your active listings can be managed on the site. So for reference, here I have a featured properties page on my site. This is where all my active listings display on the front end. And so if I click listings, this is where I can manage them in the back end. I can rearrange these. Let's say I want to promote one over the other. I can drag them up and down. I can edit the listing. This one in particular has come from the MLS. So if I edit it, I'm just adding a layer of content on top of the MLS content. I can order ads for social media. I can mark it as sold or inactive or delete it. I can also import listings by MLS number here if I want to feature them. So let's go do a quick search. Why don't we just grab a North Van condo? Let's grab this one. We'll find the MLS number, head over to the listing section and import that. And now that listing is part of my featured listings. You can see it there. I can also add a listing manually to the website, whether it's for sale or for rent, and there's a ton of options here that you would expect. I can choose the price, the currency, the location on the map, amenities, photos, PDF files, virtual tours, etc. There's a lot more functionality that we have documentation on, but I'll just show you one more quick thing, and that is to add a listing group. So you could call this anything. So for example, my favorite listings. You can add the group, go to the group, and then import listings here, add them manually, or even move listings from a different group over. Next, I'll show you the Buildings tab. Here you can go add a building, and our system will automatically display all the active listings within the building. So let's just call this test building. I'm just going to choose a random location that might have some active listings. So why don't we go with something in downtown Vancouver? All right. There's a lot of fields here. If I have that information, I can add them. But for now, I'm just going to add the building just to demonstrate the functionality. So if I go to the buildings page on my site and click into that test building, I can see that there are 5 active listings, and there they are. Similar to listings, I can create a building group and add buildings to it. Next, I'll show you the agent section. This is for teams, brokerages, and offices. You can add an agent here, upload all their information and headshot, and there will be an agents widget on your website that shows all the active agents, plus their listings and bio and social media, etc. Media is anything that I've uploaded, like images in the backend. Ads is where you can order your social media listing ads. Labs is where you can find our AI experiments. Currently, we have an AI listing description generator. Settings is exactly what it sounds like. Lots of different settings. I won't go into detail on all of these. We have documentation on each one that you can look into. Help is always a click away. We have really handy tutorial videos, help documents. You can email us, you can call us, you can schedule a call with us, or you can use the live chat. Account is where you would go to manage your billing, and when you're done, simply log out. That's it. Thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate the time you've taken to be here. Whenever you're ready, just go to RealtyNinja.com, start your free trial, or feel free to look at the portfolio or the tour. You can also contact our team really easily through there, and we're more than happy to help you. Have a wonderful day, and thanks for joining. Bye.